Imagine if the universe whispered secrets through coincidences, guiding you with every step. Could the law of attraction and gratitude be the key? For years I felt like I was drifting, a ship without a rudder, lost in a sea of uncertainty and financial struggle. I was broke, my dreams felt distant, and every door seemed to slam shut. Then, one morning, something shifted. I started thanking the sunrise for its golden light, expressing gratitude for the simple cup of coffee in my hands, and visualizing a dream job. Not just any job, but a role where I could use my creativity and feel truly fulfilled. It felt silly at first, like a child's game, but I persisted. One afternoon, while walking through a park I rarely visited, an old friend I hadn't seen in a decade bumped into me. We were both shocked. She told me she'd been thinking of me just the night before, a strange urge compelling her to look up my old number. Then came the words that changed everything. Her company had an opening for a creative director, a role so perfectly aligned with what I had been visualizing it felt surreal. I got the job, and it wasn't just a career change, it was a life change. My entire trajectory shifted all from that one chance encounter. But what if this isn't just chance? What if this is a pattern, a divine whisper, available to all of us? This phenomenon isn't unique to my story. It's a universal language. Take Sarah, a viewer who reached out to me on X. She was battling a deep, persistent depression that had clouded her life for years. Feeling completely lost, she started a small, desperate practice, meditating on peace and gratitude for just 5 minutes a day. During one meditation, a vivid image of a childhood beach, a place of pure joy from her past, kept flashing in her mind. She dismissed it as mere nostalgia, a painful reminder of happier times she couldn't reclaim. But the image persisted. A week later, a colleague she barely knew mentioned having a last-minute cancellation for a cheap trip to that exact beach. It felt too strange to be a coincidence. Sarah took a leap of faith and went. On the very first day, while walking along the shore, she met a retired therapist who was there on a spiritual retreat. They struck up a conversation that turned into a deep, healing dialogue. Over the next few days, this kind stranger offered her guidance and perspective, free of charge, helping her unpack years of pain. Was it divine timing? Sarah believes it was God's whisper, leading her to the exact place and person she needed for her healing to begin. Then there's Mark's story, a testament to how integrity and faith can align the universe in our favor. Mark was buried under a mountain of debt, the pressure so immense he could barely sleep. One evening, walking home defeated, he found a wallet on the sidewalk. Inside was enough cash to clear nearly all his debt. The temptation was overwhelming, a voice in his head screaming that this was the miracle he'd been praying for. But another quieter voice urged him to do the right thing. He found an ID in the wallet and spent hours tracking down the owner, an elderly man who was distraught over losing it. The man was profoundly grateful, and upon learning of Mark's financial struggles, revealed he owned a small business. He had been looking for a freelance bookkeeper, and after their honest encounter, he offered Mark the gig. The steady income from that single freelance job not only helped Mark clear his debt over the next year, but also led to a stable, prosperous career. He gave up a one-time fix for a long-term blessing. Consider Elena, whose sister's intuition saved a life. Elena was 6 months pregnant and everything seemed fine, but her sister, who lived in another country, had a terrifyingly vivid dream. In the dream, Elena was in distress, and a voice kept repeating, "Check the baby now." Her sister woke up in a cold sweat, and despite the late hour and the distance, called Elena, begging her to go to the hospital immediately. Elena, feeling perfectly fine, thought her sister was being overly dramatic. But the sheer panic in her sister's voice convinced her. At the hospital, doctors discovered a hidden complication with the umbilical cord that required an emergency procedure. They told her if she had waited even a few more hours, the outcome could have been tragic. That dream, that whisper across continents, saved her baby's life. And what about Tom and Lisa? Tom, a shy writer, was having a terrible day when he accidentally spilled coffee all over a stranger, Lisa, in a tiny bookstore. Mortified, he helped her clean up and offered to buy her a new book. As he did, he noticed the book she was holding was an incredibly rare, out-of-print novel, his all-time favorite. They discovered they lived in the same apartment building, just one floor apart, and had for years. That clumsy accident sparked a conversation that led to love. They were two souls in the same building, and the universe used a spilled coffee to finally make them see each other. Joan's wrong email, sent to an old address by mistake, landed in the inbox of a CEO who was so impressed by his portfolio that he created a new position for him. Anna, feeling defeated after a failed business venture, sat next to a stranger on a train who happened to be the exact business partner she needed to launch her next, wildly successful idea. These aren't just lucky breaks, they are divine appointments. Science itself is beginning to brush up against these mysteries, hinting that our inner world profoundly shapes our outer reality. Experiments in quantum physics, like the double-slit experiment, show that the very act of observation, of consciousness, changes the behavior of particles, suggesting that reality is not as fixed as we perceive it to be. Our thoughts, our focus, our gratitude might just be the observer effect playing out on a grand cosmic scale. This isn't a New Age fantasy, it's a concept that has echoed through history. The great physicist Albert Einstein, a man of logic and reason, spoke of spooky action at a distance, and acknowledged what he called meaningful coincidences, events so improbable they seemed orchestrated. He famously said, "There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, the other is as though everything is a miracle." Ancient philosophers, from the Stoics to Eastern sages, taught that the universe is an interconnected whole, a logos or a Tao, and that aligning ourselves with its flow brings harmony and purpose. These ideas are woven into the fabric of human wisdom. So, how do we tune into these whispers? How do we invite these synchronicities into our own lives? It begins with the simple, transformative practices of daily gratitude and visualization. It's about consciously shifting your focus from what is lacking to what you have. It's about feeling the emotions of your desired reality before it even manifests. Take a moment right now. Pause this video and reflect. What's your gratitude list? What are 3 things, big or small, that you are genuinely thankful for in this moment? This isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's an energetic invitation. We started a small gratitude circle with some viewers online, and the results were astounding. Within weeks, members reported unexpected promotions, rekindled relationships, and newfound love blooming in the most unlikely of places. It's as if their collective gratitude created a magnetic field for miracles. This energy isn't limited to humans. Have you ever noticed how pets seem to sense our emotions? How a dog will lay its head on your lap when you're sad, or a cat will purr next to you when you're feeling peaceful? Animals are tuned into these subtle frequencies. Even technology sometimes seems to participate. Have you ever thought of an old friend, only to have them pop up on your social media feed moments later? Are the algorithms listening, or are they just another modern conduit for universal connection? The power to attract these divine whispers lies within you. It's a muscle that gets stronger with use. Let's try it together. I want you to start a small practice, just for 1 week. Every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone, list 3 things you are thankful for. Feel the gratitude in your heart. Then spend 1 minute visualizing your day unfolding beautifully. See yourself navigating challenges with grace, connecting with others, and receiving unexpected blessings. That's it. It's a small investment of time for a potentially life-altering return. Don't just watch for miracles. Expect them. Pay attention to the chance encounters, the wrong numbers, the song lyrics that speak directly to your situation. These are not random. They are breadcrumbs left by the universe, guiding you home. Before we close, let's deepen this practice together. I invite you to find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any tension from your day. Breathe in peace, and breathe out worry. Now bring to mind one thing you are truly grateful for. It could be a person, a memory, a feeling, or even the air you are breathing. Hold that feeling of gratitude in your heart, letting it expand and fill your entire being. Now think of a second thing. Let the warmth of thankfulness wash over you. and finally a third. Sit with this beautiful, high vibrational energy for a moment. This is your true nature. This is the frequency of miracles. Carry this feeling with you throughout your day and watch as the universe responds. The world is alive with whispers waiting for you to listen. Your story is waiting to unfold. Share your own story of synchronicity or gratitude in the comments below. Let's create a tapestry of these miracles together. Like this video if it resonated with you. Subscribe for more journeys into the heart of mystery, and let the universe hear your gratitude.